Judgment has been reserved in murder-accused businessman Katiso KT Molefe's bail appeal. He appealed the Alexandra Magistrates Court ruling in the High Court today. The alleged underworld kingpin is accused of orchestrating hits on popular entertainers DJ Sumbody and DJ Vintos in 2022. The state says ballistic evidence shows that firearms linked to Molefe may have been used to carry out other multiple high-profile contract killings. Veronica Makhoali joins us live now outside the Johannesburg High Court. Veronica, any indication as to when we'll hear the outcome of this appeal?
Well, Taba, I can tell you that judgment has been reserved, and we heard, of course, there from Judge Brad Wainless saying that that matter will be communicated to the parties involved in terms of what his judgment will be. And it really will be a balancing act in regards to what the judge will have to hand out. We know, of course, that KT Molefe, really the mastermind accused of orchestrating multiple high-profile murders, and also most recently a member who has now been allegedly linked to the Big Five drug cartel, is essentially appealing his bail application that was handed down by the Alexandra Magistrate Court back in August. Now, we heard from his legal representative as he stood out, essentially bringing this application forward to the High Court, saying that the judgment handed down in Alexandra, but more so importantly, the state's argument is riddled with inconsistencies, saying it holds no weight. But more importantly, Tab was saying that most of the things brought forward by the state were speculations, saying that from him being accused of knowing the accused in this matter, coming from a nickname, speaking about cell phones that, phone calls rather that were made, again speculating that they may have been calling him. Another issue, of course, was the money trail. This was a really big part of the state's argument when it, of course, secured that judgment in him being denied bail, saying that there were large sums of money coming in and out of his bank account, showing, of course, that he was the mastermind orchestrating these hits on DJ Sumbody as well as DJ Vintos. But the accused, well, rather the lawyers representing Molefe today, saying that most of what was put forward was speculation, is that they could not even investigate this cash flow and where it was coming from. But let's have a listen to how he essentially put the argument forward, essentially arguing for the release of KT Molefe.
There was no evidence, I call it insufficient evidence, but in fact no evidence whatsoever that indicated that he was a member of a syndicate. It's just not there. Then the point I've already made, 71, I won't make it again. It relates to there being the court finding there was significance to the fact that cash amounts were made into the appellant's bank accounts. It's a business. Nowadays checks are gone, but there are EFTs, there's cash, those are the two ways, I imagine, of a business taking in money. But there's nothing linked to the cash deposits. There's no investigation of the bank account to show, for example, cash money going out. So, and it's clear, I'm not clear who's paying him the money. If he's the client, which is the one case that the state have, who's paying him cash? If he's the middleman, well, then you could be paid. It's very unusual to run a crime of openly putting cash into your bank account.
Now, Thabo, a state prosecutor, in regards to this case, Elise Leroux, hitting back at those indications, saying that, of course, it's a syndicate and that it wouldn't take an academic to see how this is a syndicate, saying that Molefe's involvement shows that essentially from 3 cases, there have been 5 deceased, and each of them dying in the same way. She also, of course, spoke to the issue about the cash flow, saying that most of the time when these hits are orchestrated, money is paid through cash, leaving no paper trail, so they would not be able, of course, to have any type of investigation into those accounts. Now, we understand at this time that the state is insisting, of course, that Molefe remain behind bars, saying that there are standing on that judgment that was handed down in the Alexandra Magistrate Court, where they believe that Molefe is indeed a flight risk. This, of course, coming to what we've said in regards to that false passport that he carried, a previous conviction in the UK, that flow of money as well, showing that he may have means as well as influence to flee the country, but again, stressing that the individual remains a danger to society. Thabo.
That's Veronica Makhoali. I appreciate you, Veronica. Thank you for your intervention this afternoon.